I know I'm a little late to the show, but sometimes it's nice to know when a series only lasted a season because you know how much you have to commit. Limitless is a spin-off of the film with the same name starring Bradley Cooper. It's produced by Cooper, and when he's not playing a rabbit in Guardians of the Galaxy, he guest stars in this. So let's discuss Limitless. The series follows Brian Finch, played by Jake McDorman, a 20-year-old burnout who's done nothing with his life until he gets his hands on some NCT, a miracle drug that allows him to access 100% of his brain. However, there are some deadly side effects to it. That's where Cooper steps in. Now a US Senator, Eddie Morra, he gives him an immunity shot. Already wrapped up in a web of trouble with the FBI, they put him to work as a consultant because he's the only one they know that has immunity to the drug's side effects. Thus, the procedural aspect of the show begins. Each episode, Brian is faced with cases to solve along with his own desire to help people, add family drama, and the real reason Senator Morra wants him in the FBI. His handler, Rebecca Harris, played by the lovely Jennifer Carpenter, previously on Dexter.
You're gonna take jump shots, make jump shots.
I really enjoyed their relationship. They didn't try to hook them up romantically, maybe that was planned further down the road, but they got along so well.
I'm trying to get your attention. You know they have me counting sheep in a field outside Islamabad? That is literally what you do to fall asleep. I need something interesting to do.
Her partner, Spelman Boyle, played by Harper, starts out kind of generic but really grows on you till you like him. But who names her kid Spelman? Mastrantonio plays Naz, an FBI boss in charge of the CDC. Brian has two bodyguards who protect him but also run a lot of meaningless errands for him. They both want to become real agents, and they're played by Tom Dagnini and Michael Shaw. I like the FBI's tech guy James, played by Michael Devine. He's a D&D nerd.
I would bring a strong knowledge of cooperative strategy. Example, last week, my D&D group was able to kill the Goblin King by wearing the faces of his slain Goblin soldiers as a disguise. My idea.
He also had a great episode where he's sent out on an assignment to find this cult leader, and he ends up falling victim to their sales pitch. Brian's got a whole family aspect to deal with, which makes his character feel more real. His dad, played by Rifkin, who's recognizable from many other TV shows. I like his sister Rachel, played by Megan Guinan. She seems like a real sister. They even hang out and watch Game of Thrones together. Though I'm not sure siblings should watch Game of Thrones together. Hell, even Stavros the janitor is an entertaining character.
Even if he is volunteering, there's no way I can allow anyone to be injured.
You're right. As an agent of the FBI, you need to voice your objection. It's very responsible.
There are family aspects that kind of annoyed me, like when they're guilt tripping him and treating him like a drug addict. But that's just one of my things. I don't like the characters I like getting guilt tripped. And they hardly even mention the good he does on NCT. Gerald Sands is a former MI6 agent working for the Senator and manipulates Brian to do their bidding. He also has an agenda of his own and is kind of a cool character because he's got so much detail on his past and he's likable even though he's kind of a bad guy. Honestly, I could go on for a while about all these reoccurring characters that just add so much to it. Relationships are a big part of this and how everybody's affected by NCT. Even though the drug affects everybody the same way by unlocking their brain, it really depends on the type of person you are of what happens after that. Cooper was the hero of the story in the movie, but in this he kind of comes off as the villain. He even says to Brian at one point he can't remember the last time that he felt human because the drugs really distance him from that. See, he sees the big picture and he wants to make the world better, but he doesn't really notice the little things anymore. He doesn't care about people's feelings and who's being affected by what.
But to be honest, I'm thinking so far beyond the presidency right now. You can't even imagine.
Well, you should be thinking about the fact that Sands and his people are going to be coming after you and me.
Rebecca uses NCT at one point and she's pissed at Brian, but she can now rationalize that most things aren't his fault. She's a good person, however her mind works more strategically, so her caring nature isn't at the forefront when she's on the drug. Brian is the perfect choice because he's kind of a kind soul and incorruptible, and even though he has the immunity shot being held over his head, so he kind of has to do these bad things once in a while for the bigger picture, saving his family, keeping everybody safe, but he's kind of like a Sherlock but more down to earth. Yes, it's a little campy, but that's kind of what I liked about it. How many serious police procedurals can you watch? It's nice to have a little comedy and a goofball character at the heart of it. I love how Brian does these little arts and crafts presentations to explain things to everybody. Also, there's a little reoccurring joke where Brian's being politically correct all the time with Rebecca being like, oh, women can be serial killers too, I apologize.
Well, I mean, in order to lure our underground Dr. Koom hitman out of hiding, we need to offer him or her.
Oh my God.
There is 22 episodes, and it did get canceled due to low TV ratings. However, it is on Netflix now, and you could give it a watch and maybe enjoy it like I did. I was kind of disappointed by the end that it actually had to end. But now I can catch Jennifer Carpenter in a new series, The Enemy Within, and Jake McDorman in the movie The Escape of Prisoner 614. So, as always, thanks for watching.